Alright, back at it. Let's see. We gotta get ready for Cynthia. So... we're gonna lead Slaking for this one. He keeps Slackite. We'll use Mega Slaking. But not these moves, that's for sure. We'll use Body Slam. Not sure that we'll use Body Slam so much. Could come in handy. Play Rough and Ice Punch as well. Okay. Both TMs. And then we'll keep Slack off. Could be helpful. Will come in handy, almost certainly. This is going to be an interesting battle. I think it's going to be a ton of switching in and out. And hopefully that works to my advantage and not Cynthia's. We'll see. Passed it. Okay, Slaking is ready. Dragapult, you need to change a little bit. Let me actually check something. Because I have you down to learn Reflect, but is that an egg move? A TM? Because if it's a TM, I have no clue if I have that TM. I think I do. You keep Draco Meteor and Flamethrower. Let's see. Yeah, and then we need Will-O-Wisp and Reflect. We are trying to hard wall this Zamazenta with a very frail Dragapult with a minus defense nature. I probably just went right past Reflect, but I'm on the hunt for Will-O-Wisp. About the worst thing, I think, well, okay, that's not true. There's a couple things that could go really badly with this battle, but up there on the list is missing a Will-O-Wisp on the Zamazenta. Could be really, really bad. I do have Reflect. That's pretty good. But I feel like it's still got to go for a Will-O-Wisp before a Reflect, I believe. I guess we'll see when we get there, maybe, but... Burned, halves damage, and Reflect. I guess also halves damage. It just... yeah, I guess maybe a Reflect is safer. So I can survive 2 hits. Instead of missing a Will-O-Wisp and not surviving the next hit. The thing is, if I just don't get it burned, I don't get that burn damage ticking away, which is going to be pretty important. He may just switch to Xerneas anyway, and if we ever Reflect up, that's also less helpful than if we burn the Xerneas for some tick damage, because Empoleon might get cooked, but that's okay. Realistically, we don't need everyone for the champion. I believe. It may depend. I'd hope I don't eat my words there. We need you with an expert bow. But in all honesty, I don't know that we need... if it goes to plan, we don't need Slaking. and we don't Mega Evolve Empoleon either. I mean, maybe then we could just Mega Evolve for Empoleon defense. But Empoleon with leftovers might just be better. I don't know, I'll have to check if we get to that situation, otherwise I'd probably just take in Mega Slaking. Because Empoleon does fine without its Mega. Okay, we're gonna get a Citrus Berry for Empoleon this battle. This is a little risky. This is just kind of extra assurance with Xerneas. Leftovers would be nice, but I think we're gonna have leftovers on Fezandipiti, just so we can hopefully stall the Cramorant mostly. I don't know, I guess it's probably not super important, but Empoleon's also not stalling Xerneas quite so much. It needs that extra quick boost of HP so it can get another Iron Head off, or get a Roost, or get a Haze. There's a lot of things that it would maybe just be better to have that Citrus Berry. Especially if it switches, or Cynthia switches out the Xerneas, because I feel like that will happen. Unless, I have to imagine if it gets the Geomancy off, it really wants to stay in. Which would be fine. I would appreciate if it would stay in if it gets a Geomancy, because then I can hit it with Haze. I guess either way it ends up being about the same. If it switches out, it loses Geomancy as well, but I believe you stay very, very similar, except we don't really need beat up, and Icy Wind helps us outspeed Cramorant, or helps in a pinch if we can lower something's speed. Like, if we can catch it switching to Zamazenta with an Icy Wind, and then kind of hit a couple switches till we can get Iron Boulder out there, a Choice Banded fast Sacred Sword is like 75%, which is really, really huge. More than Dragapult does by quite a lot. Okay, you should be ready. No, you need leftovers. I initially was planning on Fezandipiti taking care of the Spiritomb and having no item, but Slaking might just be better for that. Comatose, make sure I can't fall asleep. Hit him once with the play rough. If it stays, it'll work out really well so that I can end with full HP even after killing Spiritomb. But he might switch, and then Slaking is also -1 attack, which is not good for whatever he switches into. Okay, Iron Boulder might just be already the same set. Well, I took away his Choice Band. Oh, he wasn't on Choice Band last fight. He had the Expert Belt, but he needs the Choice Band back. Same moveset. Once again, he's a pretty straightforward Pokemon to plan for. And then a Choice Scarf from Meowscarada, and that is mostly just insurance. Meowscarada can take out Garchomp then. Let's see. But I want you to have Brick Break, it looks like. And that might just be also another option against Zamazenta if it comes to that. With the Choice Scarf, I wouldn't need a speed drop to be able to hit it for some decent damage. I think it's only about 33%. But could be important. And I think probably more important, Flower Trick isn't really that great. Cut is mostly maybe to dissuade Xerneas from coming in. Also could be useful against Xerneas. But the hope Reflect, that's one, okay. Oh man, I actually died of 5 hits. I don't know if I ever looked at that. The hope is I can switch in, and then even if he gets a scale shot out, we're still faster. Although, if it's guaranteed scale shot, I can go Fezandipiti, then switch into an Earthquake, and then I'm Choice Scarf for no reason. Unless he's gotten off a scale shot already. I don't know, it just seems safe to have Choice Scarf to always outspeed Garchomp, outspeed Zamazenta. Can a fighting type Meowscarada even live? Body Press? Yeah. Especially if it's burned, that's really helpful. Yeah, I think we roll with that for Meowscarada. Okay, so I'm ready. Adamant, Choice Scarf, Basic Protein, Triple Axle, Knockoff Cut, Brick Break. We got Mighty Cleave, Psycho Cut, Sacred Sword, Earthquake, Sharpness, and Choice Band. He's got Leftovers, Toxic Chain still. Okay. Expert Belt. Got a Reflect, Draco Meteor, Flamethrower, Will-O-Wisp. I just worry about it switching to Heatran over and over again. Or Xerneas, I guess. Either way. But Dragapult, I mean, the Reflect, Will-O-Wisp, Flamethrower is all to handle. Zamazenta, Draco Meteor is just a, I don't know, strong extra option. Might keep Garchomp out. Although, I would rather have it switch into Garchomp and get burned. I just don't know if he would ever do that. How can I mean, we can learn Hydro Pump. It's not reading. Hold on. That just opens up so many other things that can switch in. Makes it most likely Xerneas, I guess, though. Which we're kind of expecting. But if Garchomp comes out next, I mean, that's a... we get a burn. It goes Scale Shot. Switch, switch. The burn's not necessary, though. Let's keep Heatran off, though. And he's actually good against Heatran, too. I mean, I kind of like that better. I don't like that we could miss if we actually are trying to use that against Heatran. The idea is we get Iron Boulder to kill Heatran, but that's just risky. I mean, I could die to a crit, I could get burned if he Will-O-Wisps, and we know Iron Boulder getting burned is not high on my list of favorite things. Really, he's still, I guess he sees. I mean, hey, if he's gonna switch in off a Sacred Sword, it could be my guest. Okay. Maybe let's learn Hydro Pump. I don't think we can keep this Xerneas out. I think Steel Wing is the only super effective we move on Dragapult, and it's just not enough at all. Checked. Okay, we will change the plan slightly to go for that Hydro Pump. So I'm gonna PP max everything up quick. I don't know what else will need PP max. I'm tempted to just do everything. Yeah, why not? There's just no way this is important, but I'd rather be safe, I guess. There's no way we need to do haze. I'll hold on with haze. Double check that roost is good. You actually generally, well, no. There's no way the Cramorant can stall this long. But you are going to be in sort of a stall war. Might be worth, I mean, you're choiced, so there's just probably only going to use Sacred Sword, but okay. All right. Double check. Chalet Slaking, Strent, Ice Punch, Play Rough, Body Slam, Slack Off, and we got our Slackite. Got our Expert Belts, Clear Body, Reflect, Hydro Pump, Will-O-Wisp, Flamethrower. Got Iron Head, Flip Turn, Haze, Roost, Competitive, Citrus Berry. You got your leftovers, Toxic Chain. Yep. You look good. Sharpness, Choice Band, Choice Scarf, Protein. Alright. I am pretty nervous about this one. But, here we go. Let's see, we got, yeah, your Hydro Pump. Everybody should be in there correctly. Alright, Cynthia. Here we go. You and your Zamazenta crowned Xerneas. I mean, what is this team? Let's see what he goes for. I think he might switch. Doesn't look like it, which is really good. Use Dark Hole. Can't put me to sleep, and now I'm faster, so he wants to Sucker Punch, and we heal. And he might switch, but he doesn't Sucker Punch again. Okay, well, thanks for just taking it like a champ. Spirit Tomb. Get out of here. Slaking's down 1 attack. It's gonna be Zamazenta. Okay, well, this is where it starts to get very interesting. He just only goes Body Press, maybe Iron Defense. Either way, does not matter. That was probably really loud. Okay, shouldn't matter. We decided Reflect is safer here. If he stays, I mean, with a +2 defense, does he want to stay more? Like, I don't think he wants to stay at all. He's one of 2 that can lose to Dragapult. If he goes Xerneas, does he just Moonblast, and then we can... Yeah, okay. Stayed. I mean, we're gonna take quite a bit of damage here, but this is just bad. Okay, but now you play Rose again. We can start switching around, or, cause I mean, what, a crit ignores Reflect, but not Burn, right? Let's see. Yeah, it ignores Reflect. Crit just kills me. And Dragapult's pretty good. Pretty important for my champion plan. This is where it would have been nice, maybe to put leftovers on Empoleon. Because I mean, I'm taking... But I only have so much... The problem is I only have so many turns of Reflect. I kind of want to get a Flamethrower off. This might be stupid. Okay, that actually did quite a bit of damage. Okay, 64. Can we just live another one? Yeah. Or we can bounce into Empoleon, take like no damage, come back into a body press, let burn do 2 more ticks. Hopefully he doesn't switch here. No, he wants, this is his matchup actually, hold on. Hopefully he doesn't do something stupid. Okay, now I should be able to kill. Reflect is gone, but Dragapult did your job, did his job beautifully. I was pretty nervous about that, and he never, Cynthia never switched, which I do appreciate. Garchomp, okay, well shoot. He can kill with anything, but I think he wants Scale Shot for the speed up. I mean, this is where we could go. Meowscarada, this is what we planned on doing. Reflect is gone. Oh, so he... Jeez, yeah, he can do so much damage. Why not Xerneas? That one's a little confusing. Earthquake kills. It's really bad if that happens. Well. I just, in my experience with this game, feel like it leans Scale Shot. For the speed up, maybe. We could go Slaking. Slaking's safe. Safe-ish. If it gets to 5 hits, it could kill. Probably about a 50% chance if it hits 5 times twice, which the odds of that have to be so low. And what's Slaking on now? Nothing. I don't like risking 5 hits killing Meowscarada. I don't like risking Fezandipiti that much. I mean, it feels like it's gonna go Scale Shot. But that's fine. If he Earthquakes, we made the right choice. Oh yeah. It's a very good thing we didn't switch. Or, now I'm faster. Could one shot, could he come back and kill me? Yeah. No. Oh, well, he could. Just do it. Alright, Slaking. That's a high roll. That is a beautiful roll, Slaking. Now Xerneas? It's gotta be, I'd imagine. Okay. We always go for the penguin. Penguin handles this. Haze is huge. I really gotta make sure this is allowed. If Haze is not allowed. Yeah, okay. I've double checked this so many times. Alright, Xerneas, we get it. You're just insane. That's a lot of damage. So just very... and goodbye to your stats. That would be kind of insane if it goes Geomancy again. But, like, I can just out heal. Okay, well, we get our special attack boosted, which is a lot of help. I really should have switched. I really didn't think about that. Switch abilities. I don't know. Torrent could have come in handy, maybe. I mean, we should be able to get an Iron Head here. Okay, now he withdraws. We're back to full though, so I don't mind that. What does Cramorant want? He's gonna Surf. That's pretty annoying, honestly. Just the way Gold Missile works. He could actually do a ton of damage. So he'll get a Surf and another one. He can do 60 plus a Gold Missile, especially if he paralyzes me. It's really bad. I guess we could just heal. But until I get it poisoned, I'm not gaining any ground then. I'm just sitting and healing. I could sit and flip turn so that Empoleon takes it. If I get paralyzed though, that could be really bad. But I think that's better. I mean, now that Xerneas has no Geomancy in it, other things can handle it, so. Okay, it's just damage. My special attack is through the roof. Currently have no special moves though. Well, now do we... I mean... Get this guy in here, hold on. I don't need to stall it out if I can just slow flip turn, break this hash, and Mighty Cleave here. Should be Heat Trainer then, which will go to I mean, if it wants to burn me, it wants to burn me, and then we have to do something else for Xerneas, which I feel pretty good about, honestly. That's a lot of damage still. Xerneas actually still cooks. Maybe I should not have taken that damage on Empoleon, but I think it's fine. How much do you take? I mean, if we only get burned, or if he goes Flash Cannon, we're fine. I believe. We did 40%. Yeah, okay. Cramorant's dead. Okay, well, that'll do it. I was really nervous that I was risking a crit Flash Cannon killing me, but we got the crit. And then Xerneas shouldn't have that much HP left, so I should be able to one-shot, and then Iron Boulder is just cooking. Oh yeah, 68%. Iron Boulder is also going to be huge for the last fight. He is working his way towards our MVP. I guess I don't know exactly how MVP works. You know, you could make an argument that he's been the MVP of this Elite Four. However, I didn't catch him until the Elite Four. Certainly not the MVP of the Rod. But that might not be what's important. GG, Cynthia. It's awkward, I talked to you twice. We are still alive. 6 Pokemon going into champion fight. Can't guarantee that everyone's going to live the champion fight. In fact, I think people will die. Iron Boulder 100% dies. I don't think there's any question in that. It's just when. Hopefully not too early, because he does a lot of damage. And I'm talking to you again. Okay, I don't actually have my sets recorded for what I need. So this might take a little bit more prep. I do know we lead. Iron Boulder on the left, Dragapult on the right, I believe. Yeah, sounds right. And he stays the same. Choice Band. And he's just gonna fire off Sacred Swords. You also just almost stay the same, except we're gonna want Draco Meteor back. Actually, I lied. 3 of your moves are gone. But we're keeping... Actually, hold up. Keeping Reflect. I also just had a really random... I got really nervous that Reflect was banned. I'm so paranoid about using a banned move. But keep double checking. Reflect might be better. That's what I was getting at. I don't think I need Will-O-Wisp, because the original plan is burn the Empoleon. But why burn the Empoleon? If you don't live through Reflect. See, why is that? I think this is where I was getting tripped up with Reflect. Is it because it's a double battle? It is. That is interesting. Huh. I don't know if that's real. If that's real, that's new to me. But I think that means I need to burn, otherwise I'm risking 6.3, I guess. I don't know. Actually, that is better odds than Will-O-Wisp at 85% chance of hitting, 92% chance of living. Well, guess we're keeping Reflect instead of Will-O-Wisp. But we're gonna need Thunderbolt and Shadow Claw. Definitely gonna need Shadow Claw. Gonna have Thunderbolt. This is also different. I've beaten this, well, okay, I can't say this. I've beaten the champion so many times in this game. I've beaten this game a lot of times. Not Nuzlocking, of course, but I'm taking a kind of different approach here. I usually don't kill the tanky Empoleon first, but I guess I've played a lot more before he was updated in 1.3 or 1.3.1. One of the updates that turned him into much more of a threat with such high special attack and less defense. Okay, Expert Belt though, that does not seem right. I could go Wide Lens. Wait, no, I've got Reflect. Okay. I might have Life Orb. Not that I'll use Draco Meteor that many times, but so you stay the same. I mean, what are you looking at? You need a Shadow Claw on Metagross is kind of your thing. Hold on. How about we actually update you? I mean, Expert Belt is good. I think that's what I was looking at. That seems like maybe it is Life Orb to keep these guys out. And he's just gonna die anyway, like Dragapult is here to fire off a Reflect and then some damage before he goes out, but not much else. I don't know if anyone else needs the life orb though, but I think we'll assume. Actually, it might just be expert belt because everything he's going to be using is super effective. We'll keep it there for now. I guess that makes him lose to Dialga. But Dialga's not looking at Dragapult. It's just these guys. And Palkia definitely dies. And he does as well, so somehow, I don't know. I guess, yeah, if he switches into a Thunderbolt. Okay. And Empoleon needs a way different set. I'm trying to think if any of these moves he actually learns. He does learn Grass Knot. He learned Yawn too, but that's not allowed. There's Icy Wind. Okay. Don't know that we'll use Icy Winds. I mean, Empoleon's whole thing for this battle is that he does no damage and takes no damage effectively, so if we let him sit in there, we might be able to help support better if we can drop speed and let somebody else do the damage. Ice Beam does some damage to Dialga. Grass Knot does some damage to Palkia. So those are really the best options. I mean, going against a Steel and Water type champion, having Steel and Water type stab does nothing really for you. Okay, Meowscarada's not scarfed, I know that. We need to take Sludge Wave off, but otherwise this looks good. Maybe not. I might just want Assault Vest. Where does Fezandipiti come in? To Moonblast against Dialga and probably just die against Dialga. Okay, well let's find Sludge Bomb, and we have Icy Wind on it. We could... Nothing really gets poisoned that I want to get poisoned if we go for like beat up. Where am I going? But I think Assault Vest is the move here. Oh yeah, I don't know what Empoleon's holding, but it's meant to be leftovers. Citrus Berry still. And I'm not giving that to you yet. Maybe Meowscarada, because Meowscarada can dodge some damage pretty well with being fast and having protein. I mean, if Spatial Rend is coming, either way, Play Rough helps. Yeah, Cut is not it. We want Play Rough. Does Meowscarada learn Crunch? Because, I mean, Knockoff is not very effective. Actually, we want... I think you get the Wide Lens, actually. I mean, that makes sense. You're gonna die if you're fighting Dialga. But you're meant to fight Palkia. Not that Palkia. That sure would be nice, but... That's so crazy that Triple Axle still does more. But we probably do want Flower Trick. And Play Rough and Brick Break, that seems good enough. This is very well thought out and planned out, as you can tell. Okay, we did not need a nickname. Does Meowscarada have enough special defense for Assault Vest to be worth it to fight Palkia? I really don't think so. I mean, if we're properly predicting and resisting, then maybe. That's interesting. I mean, the idea is that we isolate Palkia though, so. Honestly, I do like that, but Fezandipiti is strong with Assault Vest. Did we even take Roost off of Fezandipiti though? No, definitely not. What do you learn in Fezandipiti? Attract. That can't be legal, right? It's also not an attacking move. Oh, never mind. Attract is legal. Guess it's just beat up. I don't know. I do not foresee that being useful. It could be U-turn. Yeah, U-turn just has a better chance of being useful. I forgot about that. Let's do that. Are you done? Yeah. You're not. You're not very useful in this fight. I mean, you may be useful, but at least I don't have a plan or an idea for you. I mean, you don't. Your stab moves are normal type. A paralysis could be huge. I mean, I was looking at the fact that Giga Impact does quite a lot of damage. I guess you have so much HP, Double Edge doesn't have a lot of recoil. Maybe I don't need Slack off. I mean, maybe I do. Then I probably don't need Play Rough. Feels like I'd rather have Hammer Arm. I mean, those should die right away. It's really just about... They should. Yeah, that's, I guess, what we're risking here. Should is strong wording. maybe knockoff. I mean, that helps against these two. Metagross especially. Could help against you, just knock the leftovers off. That is really interesting. I know you learn moves, but not a ton of good ones. Encore actually could be good. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't think taunt is allowed. Well, I don't need taunt. What am I talking about? Low kick? Actually, does that, like, do a bunch of damage to you? Like, everything in this fight should be very heavy. I guess. I just don't know if that's relevant. Low sweep, maybe. High horsepower. Icy wind from the Slaking actually could go hard after you almost accomplishes the same thing. I kind of like Icy Wind just as kind of a support here for the doubles, because he doesn't do a ton of damage himself. It's more than some. My team's already fast. I don't know what that does, I'll be real, but okay, maybe that doesn't do as much as I thought. Yeah, that's not good. Not bad, not helpful though. Crush Claw, go for defense drops. Counter. I feel like counter is way less helpful than a mirror coat. Slacking with mirror coat and counter though would kind of be absurd. I'm seeing that Encore is not banned, so I'm going to pick Encore. I did not take that. You're gonna have a full normal learn set, aren't you? Why did I think you learned both of those? Am I getting pranked that he learns Encore? That was not slacking. Wow. I really was not paying attention. I just saw Sucker Punch at the very bottom and thought, oh yeah, that looks good. Actually even considered putting Sucker Punch on him, but he outspeeds everything. Except the Empoleon. Alright. Oh man, is that it? I don't think I want to do this battle yet. Sacred Sword is all that matters, because that's what you're going to be using until you die. You're going to use Reflect, then probably Shadow Claw. You're going to use all those moves. You might need, I'm going to give you some PP maxes. If anybody's going to use them, ever, during this whole time, it would be Empoleon. Because I feel like Empoleon's going to sit out there on the field for quite a while without getting targeted. Leftovers. Sludge Bomb. Icy Wind. U-turn. Assault Vest. Widelands. Okay. I don't know that the Widelands is useful at all, actually, but can't put Assault Vest. Could put Life Orb, but I feel like that's counterproductive. Definitely not a choice item. Not Expert Belt. We're not hitting with super effective moves. I mean, may as well just not miss triple axles, right? That's where we do our big damage. Holy smokes, then, okay. Let's see, do we have everything in the calc the same as we have it in our party right now? Encore only has 5 PP, okay. I don't even know if Slaking can physically run out of PP on Double Edge before he kills himself, but I think that has 10 already. Whatever. Alright, well, okay, let me double check. Okay. Yep. This is what we want, I believe. Let me check the, I know this. I've done this battle so many times. But the Empoleon, the Metagross is on the right. Yeah, Metagross is on the right, so we need you on the left, Dragapult on the right, and to get you on the left, we lead you in the first slot. I hope. So the hope here is with the Reflect. Actually, ideally, this Empoleon protects. And I don't know if he will. I mean, he gets outsped Oko by Iron Boulder. I feel like that's good enough reason to protect, huh? So we can kill this one first turn. The Reflect is just an extra safety net, and if he's protecting anyway, or if we're hoping for protect, we can't hit him. We can't hit him with any of these moves very effectively either, so we'll just Reflect, let Iron Boulder kill the big bird, and hopefully he comes out, which he doesn't have Bullet Punch anymore. I think that's an interesting rework. And then we'll just kill the other Empoleon with a Sacred Sword as well. And Dragapult can start using Shadow Claw here. It works out pretty well for the first little while. I think we can avoid having any of the heavy hitters come out super fast, but as soon as Metagross is dead... actually, the other big thing, yeah, we get Suicune out before Palkia, and then Metagross dies, and we've got Suicune and Dialga. And that's a little scary, because Suicune could be setting up if I'm trying to whittle Dialga down. And I don't really have anything that hits Dialga hard. Other than if he's still alive for a Sacred Sword, that's ideal. But I think we have to kill Dialga first. I cannot let Dialga just go. Dialga and Palkia come out. I think that's what Fezandipiti does. Comes in on Dialga and Suicune. Suicune's gonna set up though. I mean, I outspeed with Meowscarada and Flower Trick. Is that a good chance to kill? Maybe we do need like a Life Orb for you. Okay, I'm convinced. Then our chances of hitting 3 triple axles on you go down, but I don't think we want that. I think we want you to handle swing and do damage to Palkia if you're alive still. Okay, what kind of moveset is that? I'm a little concerned. You also do quite a bit of damage. I mean, he does take away less once you do that, but... I don't know if I need Roost. I don't know that I'm ever going to get one off. I don't know what else could be any better. Maybe slow flip turn. No, I think I'll keep Roost. Could be helpful. It's more helpful against the Dialga though than the Palkia. Palkia's got coverage. I think we can do it. If we don't, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. To have come this far and lose this, which is arguably easier than the rest of the Elite Four, just because I can let everything kind of die as we go. Just gives me safe switches and or like free switch-ins. I don't have to worry about. I mean, it is a double battle, which by nature is harder. Don't get me wrong, but it's easier. Alright, whatever. We'll do it. Here we go. I have the right lead. Yeah. Okay, I hope the Empoleon... Since the Empoleon doesn't see a kill before Mega, I think it's more likely to protect. We'll see. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Champion Stephen and Wallace decided to come bully me together. Sacred Sword on the right Empoleon and Reflect. That's a Mega Empoleon. And there's another one. No Protect. It's fine. Okay, that one's gone. Alright. That can't be real. He just hit a 6% chance roll. And I don't really have anything for you now. I guess that's not completely true. That is not what we wanted. Still got Reflect for 4 more turns. Who was supposed to come out next after both Empoleons were dead? Empoleon was supposed to replace you. Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do. That is so bad. They could kill Dragapult this turn and then I'm actually... If they double Dragapult... I also just realized this might bring Dialga instead of Metagross. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, we're fine. Empoleon doesn't do any damage. Nobody does damage to you because you were supposed to be taken out by Dragapult. Because Dragapult wasn't supposed to worry about you. Grass Knot does a little. Not enough. You might Hammer Arm. The Empoleon, that'd be not bad. Wow, I did not think when I did that, huh? I don't have my Dark type move either. Who hits Metagross? Okay, the Empoleon has to stay alive. Oh man. Oh, okay. Well, that is good. That's maybe not. We can just heal. But this Empoleon just gets to fire off at me now. And the Dialga's gonna come out. But Dragapult takes down Metagross. Takes an Iron Head. Takes a lot of damage to an Iron Head. Now I'm gonna have to decide between Thunderbolting or Draco Meteor on Dialga, because Dragapult dies. Almost guaranteed. I mean, they both seal kill. But he's fast. Draco Meteor is quite a bit of damage. Does more to Empoleon though. I mean, he could protect, but that's what I really don't like. It's like, I really feel like we should just focus to the right side. If we can get this down to a 2v1 battle, that's good damage. Okay, he didn't protect. Dragapult dies though, so we get a switch in. Please don't, like, frostbite me. That would just be so bad. Okay, whatever we throw in takes a hit. We don't have a lot left. Oh my gosh. Do I actually lose this? No, I can kill with a Brick Break. Oh my gosh. Okay. What can kill Dialga? Not really you. Nobody. This is going to be a bad turn for me. Get a special attack drop or something. Oh, that is such an interesting choice. That is such an interesting choice. Reflect is off, which is probably not ideal. Okay, Dialga goes down though. We're 2v1 the rest of the fight, but he has 3 left. Please live. You beautiful bird, Empoleon. I'm so confused why he hasn't just killed. Like, do you not see this free kill? I guess you see that I don't do any damage, maybe? I'm confused by that, honestly. Do you turn out? I think I do. I had no sense in dying. And Slaking doesn't do damage Doesn't do a lot of damage, but he doesn't take much either. Okay, he finally went for the kill. Does quite a bit of damage there. It's a little unfortunate. I can heal though. Do I think it's worth a heal? If he protects, I can encore. That would be really funny. I guess. Interesting. Oh my gosh, that did so much damage. Did my defense fall earlier? Oh, this is actually kind of funny. Thank you, Empoleon. That is great. Despite everything going wrong at the beginning, this battle's not going badly now. Empoleon goes down to Slaking. Okay. Who comes out? No clue. But let's get a free roost. I don't think it matters who comes out. Okay, honestly, I feel like I'd rather see Palkia. I mean, just eat a double edge, and you probably want to kill the Empoleon, don't you? You can't kill me. Oh. It is over for you, Palkia. Yeah, and if you do, that's fine, I guess. Okay, a crit. That crit mattered. But I'm not mad about it. I've won. I've actually won. Oh my goodness. Only lost 3 in the Elite Four too. Not terrible. I would have preferred it less, but I have won. Who gets the kills now? It's a race. Can Meowscarada do it? No. It's gonna be Slaking. Oh man, there were a couple moments where this Elite Four gave me some scares. I mean, switching into Charizard and getting Iron Boulder burned. Coming in here and dying to a 6% roll with Iron Boulder was supposed to handle both Empoleons and only did one. I still came out on top. I hope I've recorded this. Yeah, looks like we're recording. That is insane. I've put a lot of time into this game. But yeah. I really didn't know if I'd be able to do this. This is marked as like my 3rd-ish attempt. This is the first one I recorded, you know, to take seriously, I guess. I attempted it once before, like early on, probably version 1.1, maybe 1.2, way earlier, back probably about a year ago. And wasn't taking it super seriously. I kind of just started playing the game, and I kept playing the game over the course of the year, and I thought, you know, I might be able to actually do this. Did another attempt that I didn't record and made it to like the win straight house. I think I wiped to the win straights because of a 10% paralysis chance on that Bolt Hunt. And then this attempt. So, decided to record one, thought I could do it. Here I am. Not a very unique team, which I think is a little unfortunate. I'm really glad I got Fezandipiti. I was really hoping to find a way to use Fezandipiti in this team. I was looking for it in Safari Zone. I know it's a pretty low chance, but I was kind of hoping for it. And I don't know that Empoleon's been used very recently. Maybe even Dragapult too. I don't know if they've been used in 1.3. Maybe I'm wrong. But I was glad to bring the starter along. Empoleon, my goat. So, I guess we're gonna have to cut this together with our first 3 Elite Four and post it. will join the Hall of Fame. It'd be interesting to try to come back and do a full unique team, although I think that gets harder and harder as time goes on. We've had 2 people do it very recently, but, you know, just more and more options being taken off the table. I suppose Iron Boulder's only been used once, it looks like. Slaking's been used a few times. He's kind of insane. We only ended up using 1 Mega then. We brought in Empoleon with a chance for a Mega. No Mega evolution for Empoleon though. Just kept it on Slaking the whole time. A very cool Mega. And Meowscarada's been to the Elite Four before, but I don't know that Meowscarada's been used since 1.2. Dragapult hasn't been used since 1.2 from what I can tell. I don't feel too bad about using this team. It was fun. I was pretty lucky with my encounters and my starter eggs. Getting Sprigatito is a pretty good pull. Also getting a Chimchar. Yeah, Chimchar for Infernape. Although Infernape is not what he used to be. I wanted to work him into this E4, but he doesn't hang like he used to. He can't compete with the Giants anymore. I understand why it had to be done though. I was very close, instead of using Iron Boulder, to get Stakataka in, because I love my boy Stakataka. Would have been a fun restricted, although he just didn't have that power against Glacia. Iron Boulder was key for beating Glacia. I don't know how I would have otherwise. He literally was responsible for like 3 kills in Ice or Fire, which makes sense, you know, he's Rock type sweeper, but that's the end. Well, it's been fun. It was a fun journey. I'm glad I did it. But that is all from me. It's over.